Look at this. Good luck, Boop, right away because, man, we need to turn things around. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Miami Heat fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, doing a live play-by-play reaction scoreboard and our next chat, blah, blah, blah. For today's game, Spurs versus the Heat. Jimmy Butler makes his return after his, I think it was a 7-game suspension for, for being Jimmy Butler. So, check. Our Spurs are 2-5 in 2025. It's been a rough start. Let's turn it around before we head off to France for a 2-game series against the Pacers, which are early games, by the way. So Thursday's game is at 2 p.m. Eastern. Saturday's game is at 12 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be having some live streams right there in the middle of the day. It's going to feel weird, kind of like it feels weird today. Gabriel, what's going on? Slade, what's up? There you go, Tracy. Blazing Bacon. Wait, it already came back? So they got banned and it's unbanned? It's easy to. I don't I don't like the platform. I don't want to post on it. I get it, Glazing Bacon. I'm not a fan. And I don't want to use a platform I don't like to promote the channel. I'm good. I'm good. We are playing. Jeremy Sohan is out again. This back injury is kind of concerning. He's been out a lot lately because of that. Big D, what's going on? Area 51 is here, unbanned for 90 days while they try to work out a deal. Okay. Area 51 is here. Area 51 is here. Yeah, Glaze Bacon, it's one of those things where I also make the decision not to have sponsorships or Patreon or memberships. Yeah, I just want to focus on having fun, finishing that darn video tomorrow. I've been talking about you guys for about 2 months. It is going to get finished tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. There's no excuses. And yeah, I don't know. And a Spurs win today would be nice. 9 p.m. in journaling, right? A normal time for you guys. Isabel, it's not crazy where you are. Heavy Talk, what's up? It's 9 o'clock where you are. So a lot of you guys that follow the channel, follow the Spurs, these games usually start at what, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning for you. Normal time for the most part. What's Blue Sky? For what it's worth, I just post about Spurs on Blue Sky. I mean, I have YouTube, as you guys all know. I post the games on Twitter. I don't get a lot of traction on Twitter. Those usually only get like 20, 50 views, 100 views, whatever. There's not a lot of interaction. I'm also not verified on Twitter, X, whatever. We don't pay for it. I don't know. What's up, We Max it? Let's get a win. Gold Bond Foot Powder. Vic plays better during day games. Does he really? You guys have mentioned Blue Sky here once before, but I honestly forgot about it, Slade. It wouldn't be a bad thing for me to promote the channel in different ways and grow our community. We're like on the cusp of 26,000 subscribers, but time is a real issue here too. I do have a job before this. I have a full-time job. I have a relationship. I have way too many hobbies between comic book collecting, Magic the Gathering, working out, playing sports in general, being a musician, which I want to get back into making music. I'll throw it out here real quick since I talked about Miss TSR today, who fortunately is working again. She's working crazy hours lately due to migration at work. But the second channel I tried doing starting September, I think I'm going to step away. I'm not going to delete the channel. Maybe I'll put content up in the future, but I want to focus on this channel. As she said, I only have time for 2 channels really during the off season, during the NBA season. Forget it. Just not happening. First time watching from France. From France. Thank you, No Phil. Thank you. Appreciate it. At the game now in Miami. Mr. Tresley. Awesome. Enjoy the game. What's holla, JT? What's going on? Okay, I do not play Pokemon. I know there was a huge set that came out yesterday. The comic book warehouse that I went to, there was a giant line for some Pokemon box, but I've never played the game. I know of Pikachu, Jigglypuff. That's from Super Smash Brothers Melee. And then there was the Pokemon game that was a craze for a year with the handheld. Like you walked around your city and tried to find Pokemon. Was it Pokemon Go? I think that was a big thing, wasn't it? With one on Nintendo handheld. I don't remember which one it is. Mark, hello from France. Good evening. Elias, Carlo, Maurice, what's going on in the house? No, Andrew Bear stays with Miss TSR. That is her dog, not my dog. Hey, Andrew, what's going on? It was Pokemon Go. Okay. With Nintendo DS. Before I see it in the chat, I don't think anybody's answered. With the Nintendo DS Pokemon Go, Carson, what's going on? Just make a weekly program live aside from watch along. You will go. Ah, it's the time we max it. 40-hour work week. I already put in at least 15 hours a week on this YouTube channel, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 15 hours there. And it's just the hobbies. I like doing a lot of different things, and it's a blessing and a curse because it takes up a lot of time. Pop-up collecting might not sound like it takes up a lot of time, but yesterday I filled a box for $40, filled my usual short box sale, and I probably put in about 180 books. And the books that I kept, which was about more than half, I have to rebag and reboard almost all of them, or just bag and board them because a lot of them didn't come with bag and boards. That takes time. I have my list that I update, then I got to put them away, and before you know it, like 3 hours has gone by. I know what Slade. It's everybody in the chat. What is with the NBA putting a game on directly head to head against an NFL playoff game? They can see the NFL schedule before they make their schedule, can't they? Good grief. Coloring with love. Oh, that's nice. I'd like Vassell, Castle, and Wemmy to all hit 20 points tonight. After, I'm gonna say tonight a lot, and it's the afternoon where I am. I was trying to purpose the ZZ Top song "Heard It on the X." I don't know that song. Tracy, definitely not. I am 47, having kids at my age, while still possible, not in the works. Holy crap, that girl is tall. Might be her heels, but she's taller than the dude in the studio. I don't know. I don't know either of the names. I should know the guy's name on the right. I'm blanking on it. Buenos dias, Homer Martinez. I don't watch NFL, so who cares? Washington guy. I would have thought for sure you were a Commanders fan just based on your name. Of course, it could be Washington State, not Washington, D.C. Do the Pacers first game count as yes, Alvin? Those games absolutely count. Those are NBA season games. They're just being played overseas, regular season games. I hope Castle's had 3 20-point games in a row. Let's make it four. Andrew, the Eagles is on. I know. And as a New York Giants fan, to see the Washington Commanders look fantastic yesterday. Granted, they gave up a lot of points, but still going to the NFC Championship in the first time in 30, 33, 34 years. And then the Eagles might be joining them and playing once another. I'm like, and I look at my team and I'm like, it's going to be a while before that happens. It'll be a long time. Want to be 25 plus 10, 5, 5? I'll take it. Washington State. All right. Daniel Barry, good afternoon to you. Gold Bond foot powder. Let's not go there. Let's leave that be. Greetings, William Joby. I mean, congratulations, but let's keep that. I made a decision, by the way. I've given everybody a fresh start. There was a handful of names between myself and you guys that we've removed from the channel so they couldn't comment. Like, everybody deserves a second chance, so I unbanned everybody. That being said, people still get timed out. And if somebody's being a butthead or being rude, it's like, well, might wait to time you out until a giveaway. So just putting that out there. It kills. What's going on? Vassell loves playing in road games. Expect a 25-point game. Okay. Juan Ito says it's time. It's Vader time. Oh, wait, the wrestler. I was thinking, Darth Vader. Vader. Big Van Vader? WCW guy? Maybe we'll have 8+ blocks. I hope so. David, what's going on? I don't think you were hidden, were you? Were you? I didn't notice if you were, but I just fresh started everybody. I got to keep it. I believe in being able to say whatever you want. I do endorse that freedom of speech, if you will. But there's a point too where I also I don't consider it a business. It is a community, and I don't want to see overly negative or attacks, or not that you guys do stuff like that. But there are some channels that come in and it's just the Spurs suck, the Spurs suck, the Spurs suck throughout the whole stream. And eventually it's like, hey, can when people click that little meta AI thing and it says the chat is really negative, I don't want them to come in and see that. It's like, no, it sucks when they're losing. And the way they're losing this year, the way they're losing specifically in 2025, blowing leads or just getting blown out. The last game against the Grizzlies, getting smashed with John Morant sitting on the sidelines, that one really hurt because I was like, that's a game we should win. And they were winning, but once again, all of a sudden, the third quarter, Air Almo, the third quarter, reared its ugly head, and the Spurs just collapse. Wemby is making a possible stats that looks normal. People start to take it for granted. I would agree with that. We max it. The Biscuit Buddy. Butler should just go home and let. No, 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 no. Saul 77. It is 3:10 p.m. where I am, and it was a great comic show. Kyle, what's going on? Everyone receives grace until they abuse it. Bingo. Kyle, I agree with that. That's a great way to put it. Big September, what's going on? Uh, Whew, we need a win. Cash Brazilian Ghost, what's going on? What's the lady singing about? I don't know. I don't really have the sound up, so I can't see what's happening on the halftime show. I gotta say, guys, I was exhausted yesterday. We had that Spurs game Friday night. Then I got up at 6 a.m. for the comic books thing. Then we had the UFC last night. Me and my friend went to Hooters, and that didn't get over till 1 a.m. in the morning. So, yeah, that's like this weekend. Leroy, the Spurs better win today. Yes. Jay Money, what's going on? David, so moments like that, I have no problem with for the record. Because that you're making an observation that's, not just saying Wemby is trash. Those type of comments, I'm like, really, can we give some insight? But what you just said there is, I would agree with. Wemby's great and he'll be amazing, but his recent offense has been lackluster. Yes, especially when he has set the bar very high by his own standards and he's been underneath that bar. The the hate he gets for being a defensive player and average 25. Yeah, yeah, he's in a rough stretch offensively. Defensively, he's rebounding well. He's blocking shots, and without Jeremy Sohan, he's being asked to do even more defensively, I think, than he normally is. I mean, with our starting, I mean, Castle's a good defender, but he's not the rebounder Jeremy Sohan is. Sohan's averaging, I think, averaging 8 boards a game this year with around 2.5 to 3 offensive rebounds a game. And you take him off the court, unless they put Sohan on some of the more physical guys, the bigger guys sometimes that Wemby wouldn't be on. So I think Sohan being out's really, I think Wemby's having to effort more on defense. And Wemby is coming to France. Someone last game said Pop Stroke was that will yes, and William, that should be an instant timeout. Stuff we're gonna time things out for, just to put it out here. But by the way, Basar Barnes, Wemby, Castle Paul, Sohan out with a bad back. We're gonna time out for anything that's Butler, Highsmith, Adebayo, Bam, Robinson, and Duncan Robinson, great name, and Hero the starters for the Heat. If somebody makes a racist comment, that's going to get timed out. Anything political, a warning, because they might not know, and then a timeout. And then just, general, just good judgment. Like you see something that's really, if somebody's attacking another channel in the comments, like, you're an effing piece of S, we don't want that here. And we don't want that kind of, people surrounding by, that's for sure. This is an early game, Michael. It's way early. One of these games are early this week. King Jorge, go Spurs, go to you. You got the Spurs by 14, J Money. Okay. Dude has 8 blocks twice in his last 4 games and has 12 blocks in his Kokoshiwa, he's been a blocking machine. An absolute blocking machine. What's up, John Lou? Thanks for stopping in. Let's get a Go Spurs go up. And hopefully to fire up the Spurs, let's start with a check. Sovereign fair. I'm used to calling games at 8 p.m. Eastern. It is 3 p.m. Eastern, where I am a little after 3, but it's a normal time for you guys. And then we have the 2 games in France, which I'm leaving work early for. My dedication to call every game this year, calling the game against the Pacers on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. France time. And then the Saturday game is at 12 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. So this week is very kind to our fans really around the world. Man, if I dropped 19, 12, 6 and any game, Shibo, so would I. I'd be happy just to be in the NBA. What's up, Greg? Thank you for stopping here. By the gang's all here. Baby Coyote, who started a stream with a boop. Headman Grogu rocking the scoreboard. And little Mikey doing a ninja rap. That's in point. Saul 77, I got to think he's back in the rookie of the year talk. His last 3 games, over 20 points each. I hope he comes out and scores 20 again. I'm really happy what we've been seeing him lately. There you go. We max the football. There you go. And I am good. Pretty much over here. The Spurs are getting a little chopped off the top. We'll adjust that just a little bit. Turn that up just a smidge. All right, that's close enough. Players are on the court. And away we go. Spurs win the jump ball because Wemby's, 25 feet tall. So, yeah, there's that. And Wemby drives and gets a layup, and Wemby is off to a start. And hopefully, one thing, Greg, I hope the Rams win, but I have a feeling the Eagles might. Tracy, I agree. I would like a vet off the bench like Barnes. My one concern is if we do that, the floor spacing might be really rough with having Sohan and Castle, who both cannot shoot the three on the floor. Nice drive in the paint, and Hayward Highsmith, the double H, with the bucket. And yes, let's get this win. Let's get this win. No William Jeudy, Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson is playing for the Heat. How can that guy not be playing for the Spurs with a name like that? Vassell drives in the paint, loses the ball out of bounds. It was originally called for the Spurs, and a quick overturn call. It's going to go to the Heat. Bills Ravens. I was hoping for the Lions to win yesterday, not just because I don't like the Commanders being a Giants fan, but it's like I'd like to see Detroit actually move on. And Detroit just did what Detroit does. Unbelievable. I don't know if they were dealing with a lot of injuries yesterday, but that was an awful game. Jimmy Buckets from the corner. Boink. No good. Oh, I think we had somebody step out of bounds before that. Doesn't matter. Here's what's going on. I will be turning on the Eagles game. Please, you guys, if you could, somebody give me an update on the score in the Eagles game because I'm going to turn on once we're done with this game. Castle going at Jimmy Butler. Tough shot and off the backboard, off the rim, no good. But all right, props to you, Rook, going right against a great defender in Jimmy Butler, or used to be a great defender. I don't know if he still is. We get it to Butler, misses a layup. Foul on me. Thank you, artist. Appreciate that. You know, William, I wouldn't be mad if the Bills won it all. I wouldn't. Yeah, Kenny, we are very early today. Wait, it's already 6-0 already? I will be rooting strongly against the Eagles. I'm a Giants fan, and obviously there's a player on the Eagles that used to play for the Giants that had a career year with Philly that was good with the Giants, but always hurt. And now that he's on a good team, holy moly, he's good. Andrew, I wouldn't mind the Bills winning it all. I definitely don't want to see the Chiefs win it. And I didn't see the Chiefs game yesterday. And I don't know if this article was factual or not. It was just one of those things that came up on Bing and I didn't have a chance to research it. But were there some sketchy roughing the passer calls in the Chiefs game yesterday? It seemed like that maybe there were some hits on Mahomes that shouldn't have been roughing the passer, and they were. And I hate it when the refs influence a game. Absolutely hate it. Harrison Barnes in the paint, layup good. Yeah, Lions and or the Lions are out. So I guess Bills and I don't really. You know what? Let's have the Bills and Commanders make it in there, and the Commanders lose to the Bills, so Buffalo can get revenge from 30 plus years ago. Turnover by the Heat, another step out of bounders. Very sketchy calls. There was nothing sketchy. I didn't see the game. I the Chiefs are a great team. I'm so sick of seeing them in the playoffs at this point. HB is going to get it over to Castle. Castle into the paint, and the layup is good. All right, Steph. Yes. The Spurs were the home team last time we had a play-by-play, so I'm a little backwards on it. Brandon Lee, what's going on? And a Bam with the jumper, no good. Wendy with the rebound. CP3 with the ball out to Wemby. Wemby fakes the three. He's going to drive. Nope. Going to get to Castle for a corner three. Yes. Stefan Castle with 5 points. Cheese. Steph, come on, working his way towards another 20. He's got 5 already. He's on pace for 20. Give me buckets into the paint. Layup good. So far, the refs have been swallowing them, if you get what I'm saying. That sounded dirty. Keep it going that way. Chris Paul for 3. No good. Bam with the rebound. It is Heat ball. Bam. Bam. And Sell almost with a steal, but it gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Heat. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 18. I mean, I don't love Andy Reid, but I respect him as a head coach. Greg, yeah, Castle, yeah, I mean, she is watching the game. Kenny, I'd like to see him stay in the starting lineup. I have a feeling when Sohan comes back, that's gonna be the player they take out first. And wow, Wemby really trying to block that Haywood Highsmith shot. Highsmith misses it, but had a high archer to avoid the Wemby block. Now Wemby for 3 down the other end. There we go. Wemby's offense looking much crisper today. By the way, if you have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. That's all we ask for on this channel, and it's a great way to, well, support the channel. Area 51 is here. What's going on with Sohan's back? I hear he died at Blue. Andrew Buscemi is out. All right. Lele Spurs and Vamos Espuelas Vamos. You may have said Andrew's last name wrong. I'm sure I did. So it gets to Wemby. Wemby in the paint. Off balance jumper. No good. Fouled. Going to the line for two. Alexis. Go Spurs. Go to you. Get my Grogu. My Grogu. My Grogu. The cutest guy with the headband. What's that? Oh, all right. A little thirsty. Wemby's first free. Missed it. Paper this morning said sew him back any day. I think I did see that, Greg. I don't know what. Well, if he's got a slightly herniated. I actually don't want to be saying herniated disc. He's pretty young for that. Hard left turn. Yes, he is. And Castle plays so much better with our starting unit than the second unit. Infinitely better. So if you're really dedicated to growing this kid into something special and being a starter as early as next year, I think you got to keep him starting. I agree. Harrison Barnes should probably go to the bench. I'm just concerned with the floor spacing. So since we're not going to make it to the NBA Finals this year, barring a miracle, maybe experiment for 3 games with Sohan and Reckon Robinson, nice driving layup. Sohan and Castle in the starting lineup. If it doesn't work, then change it up. What have you thought about a mile long three? Pulled it down, gets it to Devin Vassell. Has Vassell scored yet? Has he got two? A pull up jumper? Well, he's got at least two now. And I want to get excited about this good start, but we've had a lot of games where we're leading at the half, and then the third quarter comes in, and for whatever reason, our game, we got to put it on Mitch Johnson. I think now I think about it, the other teams are adjusting at halftime, and clearly we're not. And that game against the Grizzlies, that was the first time I was really mad at him. If you hadn't seen the game, the Grizzlies went on a 14-0 run or 16-0, and that's a missed three. Duncan Robinson would have followed up three. That's also missed. And another offensive rebound for the Heat. Robinson for another three. No good. Wemby with the rebound. Anyway, the Grizzlies went on, I think, a 16-0 run. Vassell for three. And no timeout during any of that. I would have called a timeout maybe once it got to 8-0. Dunked by Butler, and there's a timeout. But when it got to 10-0 and 12-0 and 14-0, I was like yelling, like, Mitch, call a timeout. You guys were saying call a timeout. So I think Mitch has been getting out coached these last few games. We'll see if things change up. I want Castle to start, but even though I want Harrison to go to the bench, we already have Kelvin and Champ off the bench. Yeah, bench Vassell. Oh, I just with the amount of money they're paying him. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Area 51. Mitch was adjusting at the half when he first took over, but seems to have stopped doing so. And then Aaron Alamo called him out too, which they've been calling out the Spurs a lot more this year than normal. I didn't do an article or a video on it. The article was talking about how Mitch during that disastrous third quarter and in a lot of games just standing there with his hands in his pockets. He's not yelling at the guys. He's not coaching. Seems like a good dude, and I think all things considered, he's done a good job considering he wasn't ready to be the guy this year. I gotta say, I don't think he's the coach of the future now. He's not. He's definitely not ready yet. Johnny, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Brace yourself for yeah, Prince Vic. We're getting the snow where I am. It's gonna be um I think we're getting 3 to 5 inches, which isn't a lot. Um I'll take 3 to 5. That's an easy shovel. Once you start getting like 7 or 8 inches, that's when it starts to hurt. Shoveling because it's heavier. You know what I mean? James, what's going on? Remember Steph. No, let's not do that. Xavier, what's up? Miss Batista says 3 to 5 inches is a ton. Wink. Well, while we're in a timeout, you know what time it is? Anybody know what time it is? JJB, what's going on? Tycoon, what's going on? Go, 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 ninja, go, ninja, go, Go Ninja, go Ninja, go, 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 go. Ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap. That's right. He's been working on his moves. What's up, Eagle? Salute. And Spurs off to a good start, but well, uh, we've been off to a good start a lot of games, and oh, Monlanta has it not stayed that way. The best turtle is next to Ref. The next turtle is next to Ref. Oh, the best turtle next is Ref. Is that what you mean, Kenny? I think I was reading wrong. What do you think about Wemby possibly being an all-star? He should be a starter, shouldn't he? 3 to 5 inches of snow in San Antonio would paralyze the day. I don't think I've said Tyler Hero's name at all. I don't think he scored. Huh, where's Tyler Hero on my list? Why is he missing? We have turnover by the Spurs, and I got one too many points on the Heat. Whoa, 15 or 10. Why did Tyler Hero on here? There's Hero there, and he missed a shot. Another offensive rebound for the Heat. It is embarrassing how many offensive rebounds we go up at times. Jimmy buckets into the paint, misses a layup, another offensive rebound and putback. That's at least two possessions where the Heat have had two offensive rebounds in the same possession. Can anybody box out and grab a defensive board? Sell misses a shot. It is Heat ball. 16 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Jimmy Butler, nice pass, bucket. Wemby with a block. Never mind. No, no, no. Steph with the ball down the other end, drops it off to Wemby. Wemby's going to fire off a long three, no good. Hero has it. I think he has one shot now. He has the ball at the moment, but yeah, he's been quiet. 15 to 12, low scoring, kind of a low scoring affair. My clock's a little behind. We'll get that fixed once we can. Jimmy Buckets turnaround jumper, no good. Vassell with a defensive rebound. He'll bring it up for San Antonio, gets it to HB. Barnes going to drive, spins around. Tough turnaround J is no good. When we got the early foul and he's the only defender, that's about right. We max it. Castle's a good defender. Hero with the runner against Castle misses a shot. That was an air ball. Geez, yes, I agree. We give up way too many offensive rebounds. With Castle starting, we're a smaller lineup too. Wemby's going to drive in, get out of the way, throws it down. I don't think this. I don't, I don't know if we're going to make any moves. Definitely no Butler or Zion. And Ego, the third quarter crushed us. We got outscored, I want to say 40 to 22 in that Grizzlies loss. It was bad. Almost a turnover by the Heat. They still have it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Highsmith with the ball. He's going to have to shoot. He does shoot. Air ball. Robinson caught the air ball, throws it up, hits the rim, and it's not going to be a shot clock violation. David Zeke, what's going on? Harold, yes. Harold hard trade. You know what? You might be right. Wemby's played all the first quarter so far. That's a bit of a rarity for him. He has the ball at the moment. He's now open for three, and he hit it. That was an odd play by the Heat. There was a screen, and then next, Wemby's standing alone. He was like, well, all right. Nails a three. Throw it down, big man. My best Bill Walton voice. Sorry, Eric. Good morning. Jose, thank you for stopping in. Hello to everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. We have a timeout. And you know what I like about this game so far, and I hope I'm not going to jinx it? Only one foul on each team. They're letting them play. Please let this continue. Keep letting them play. Chris Paul's holding Bam. Bam's a big dude. How's Chris Paul holding him? Wemby have 11 points? Yeah, I just stopped the Kokoshiba, but thank you. It's kind of nice not having that slow chat on anymore, isn't it? Old slow chat was messing everybody up. Wemby has woken up. Unleash the world. Started looking into ways to hook up my instruments to the computer. So I am looking forward to making music again soon. Probably not until the off season or the All-Star break, actually. So maybe I'll try to get something before then. You need Wemby assists right now. He's just scoring. Well, we got our first super chat of the day. Eric, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you think Hero can get 12 points before like the end of the first half? I hope this isn't for gambling purposes. Let me ask Baby Yodi. He's thinking about it. All right. Yodi says no. Baby Yodi knows ball more than I do. I'll admit that. Want to collab on a Spurs song? Three Beards, are you currently recording a Spurs song? Nice, Trenchant. He says, "Boom goes the dynamite," which is a Spurs song that I did on this channel. That was a lot of fun doing it. If you listen to that song, if you haven't heard "Boom Goes the Dynamite," it's one of my favorite songs that we've done on the channel. Most of the players in that song are gone. I want to say Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson might be the only players left when I recorded that, and that was recorded in 2021. That tells you just how much this team has changed. I mean, I was thinking about Rudy Gay and Patty Mills and Trey Lyles that I know are in there. I think Jakob Poeltl's in there. I mean, this roster's changed a ton. We do need this win. If you're gonna gamble, chat, don't do hundreds. I don't gamble on, so yeah, we're good. I don't think we're tanking. We could write a fun one. All right, it's yeah. Don't have a Twitter. Is it near just Butler look like he's barely trying? I mean, he wants to get traded, so he's probably not. Rich, you sound exactly like Glenda, the good witch on the south. Come on, wherever you are, and meet the young player who fell from the start. I know you're talking about the Wizard of Oz, but I sounded like her? What are we referencing? 'Cause I sing in a definitely more of a gruff voice. Sometimes a voice. It's Heat Ball, and that little jumper in the paint is good by Jaime Jaquez. I think I'm saying his name right now, right? Is it Jaime Jaquez? I mean, Wemby's on pace to score way more than 23 at the moment. Charles Bassey has checked in for Wemby. Vassell now with the ball. Out to Castle. I'm sorry, now out to Trey Jones. The hair messed me up. Trey Jones. Back to Vassell. Out to Champagny for a corner three. All right. I only saw the hair, and it was similar to Steph's hair. That is Trey Jones. That is not Stephon Castle. So we're running a lineup of Trey Jones, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, Charles Bassey, and Julian Champagny. Okay. Well, there's a nice alley-oop to Kel'el Ware, 23 to 16. He is on pace to score. Jumans, what's going on? Jones with the ball again. Out to Vassell. 10 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Vassell's going to start to drive. Pulls up, and a tough shot is good. Well, I mean, I don't blame him for taking out Wemby at that moment. He had played about 8 minutes in the first quarter, which is more than he normally does. And we have seen Wemby have a ton of issues with his stamina. And he's got to get rest at some point. Trenchant, yes, Vassell's played the entire first quarter. Yes. Son of Scar, what's up? Nice. And Vassell just fouled on a three-point shot. He's going to go to the line. It's not one, two, three. Yeah. What's up, Machine 78? What do I think about trading Collins and Kelvin for Valanciunas and Cam Johnson? I don't think we're going to make any moves. One of the big reasons there is one of those names there, Elias, I think is untradeable. Zach Collins has a horrible contract based on his production. The Spurs are going to have to get some draft picks to move him, and I just don't know if a team's going to take that contract on. See, my gut tells me he's going to. Wow, Vassell almost missed that free throw. I think Zach's going to be here next year, and he's going to be riding the pine for 18 million, which is awful. Yeah, Slade. Yeah, there was no stoppage. Yeah, he would have been out earlier. Good afternoon, yes, Sirski. Zion, no, no. He's hurt far too often. Second free throw is good. Zion Williamson is an incredible talent, an incredible player. Can not stay healthy. He just can't. By the way, I don't know if you guys haven't heard, but our big one of our big rivals, the Thunder, one of their best players, Chet Holmgren, is going to be reevaluated again in like 2 to 4 weeks. So he's going to miss a ton of this year. That injury he got is no joke. Getting some kind of fracture in your hip at his age too. I hope this isn't one of those deals where it's going to affect him permanently. So I want, Chemby, Hogan versus Wemby for many, many years to come. It is heat ball and turnover. Vassell's going to bring it up the court, but a Euro step, a high miss, a layup, but Julian Champagny throws it down hard. Nice offensive rebound for Penny.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
What's up, Kevin? What's up, Kevin? And Demoiselle now with a block on Terry Rozier. Spurs ball. Keldon with the ball into the paint. Gets it to Passy. Passy gets blocked too. Wemby in the chat with the $2 super chat and says, "Go Spurs, go." Wemby, thank you. Guess he's staying busy while he's on the bench. Christian, what's going on? And wow, turnover City. Nikola Jovic with the easy bucket layup and transition down the other end. A lot of turnovers back and forth the last minute. Castle has a hard time finishing. Not above the rim, Jose. But occasionally the paint gets clogged and he will not finish. Castle just missed the floater. Well, there you go. But overall, I'm impressed with Stefan Castle's play, especially the last 3 games. I think he's going to be fine. He's a rookie. He's young. He's got things he needs to work on. I have faith he will. Delaware for 3, no good. Vassell with the rebound. Yes, sorry, I had to check out the channel since they want to sit me out. Nice. Fletcher says we should start this way every game, but we need to maintain it, especially in the third quarter. Vassell's going to hold for the last shot. 3-pointer. No good. That's a good first quarter. No, he does not get the respect from the refs. That's part of it too. He will get that as time progresses. All right, let's change it to quarter 2. Quarter 2. Quarter 2. Where are you? Cooper is good. Vassell's been looking on defense because he got cooked against the Grizzlies both nights. Bassey gets on my nerves. What's that, Michael? Ray, Wendy's playing good tonight. Now, Kokoshimi, I mean, I think the Spurs in general, because they've been a losing franchise for so many years, might not be getting the calls as of yet. Give it time. Thank you, Bart. Rams 7 and the Eagles 6. All right, go Rams. How long, you know what? Son of Scar, since you're mentioning it, how long has Jeremy been out? Has he been out for, gosh, did he miss 6 or 7 games now? I'm looking up Jeremy Sohan's stats now. I'm on Basketball Reference. He hasn't played since January 6th. All right, it's not as many games as I thought, but about 5 maybe? Is it 5th game now? This will be his 5th game in a row he missed. So he missed. All right, so here's what went down. Follow this. So he played up until December 31st. Then he'd sat out January 3rd. He also left that game on December 31st. I think he only played the first half. The next 2 games, he looked not very good. And then he's been out for the last 4, and then he missed today. So 5 games with this back injury. So this back injury's been bothering him. We're looking at January 3rd, well over 2 weeks. I guess he's close to returning. But that'll be the second injury for Jeremy already this year. And I know it was a fluke injury with the thumb thing, but he also had the season-ending injury last year. What I don't want is our few, guys that are supposed to be pieces of the puzzle for this franchise to start being guys that are injured all the time. I know I have no control over it. You don't have any control over it, but they just, you get worried that you're supposed to be a big part of the cog, and if you're hurt all the time, you're not helping us on the court. By the way, we usually get to 100 thumbs up before the second quarter. Gonna be kind of hard to do that today because we have a smaller crowd. But can we try to make a push for somewhere in the 80s? Can we get to somewhere in the 80s? That would be nice. I don't know. Let's go for the 80s. Philadelphia scored 13-7. Damn it. Thank you, Andrew, because Andrew B. There you go. How about Andrew B? What's up with them Lions? Dude, that was awful last night. The Detroited. What they did. They just did the. I mean, they did what the Lions do. They failed in the playoffs. Lions fans have seen that many times, and they saw it again last night. We're gonna have a foul in the paint. Khalil Ware's fouled, I believe, by Charles Bassey. Can't believe it. Charles, you foul a lot. You're the 69th like. Nice, Ray. Nice homer. The Spurs. I mean, a lot of people thought it was the Spurs reaction or the Spurs report. If you don't know, this channel, Berkeley had a 62-yard touchdown run. Wow. Um, I am very much a huge Spurs fan. Duh, you guys all know that. But I do want this channel to grow outside of just the Spurs. I think the Spurs will be the Spurs will be always the primary thing for live streams. I don't live stream anything else except for the NBA draft, and I covered what did we watch? We did the USA basketball gold medal game, like what USA versus France. But otherwise, live streaming is pretty much exclusively Spurs content. Right? I'm a New York Giants content creator. It's shorts only, but that's what I found I enjoy. So we're doing shorts only. And then I've done occasional NBA videos, and I hope to do more NBA, even though the NBA is hurting right now. I want to expand upon that. Champagne for three, back rim, no good. Why can't we ever get those long rebounds? Why are we always out of position for those? That runner is good by Terry Rozier, 30-24. What's going on? What's up? Asia, about to say what's good evening, but I'm thrown off by the time of day. Good afternoon, Asia. Bassy in the paint, double pump, double pump, double pump. Gets it off the glass. Good. Thank you, William. I don't really enjoy covering the NBA draft. The only draft I didn't enjoy, and this is going to sound weird, is I didn't enjoy the 2023 NBA draft. That one was one of my least favorites. And you're probably like, wait a minute, TSR, we drafted Wemby. You're nuts. No, no, no. Just as far as not as a Spurs fan, but as just a content creator, we knew who we were taking. There was absolutely no suspense whatsoever. It was 100% locked in. Hero drives in the paint, layup good. Was also a goaltend called on Bassey. It's just going to be a bucket. But we knew there was no doubt whatsoever the Spurs were taking Charles. I was going to say Charles Bassey, Victor Wembanyama. So there was no suspense there. Or was it like, oh my God, or I've never heard of this guy, or why are we drafting him, or I can't believe he was still available there. We knew who we were taking. Keldon Johnson for three, no good. Offensive rebound for the Spurs falls into Seven Castle's hands. Castle now double teamed. Tosses it out to Champagny. Champagny is going to take the three. No good. I mean, we knew who we were taking. Asia, I don't have the football games on now, but I did watch the games yesterday. Jovic stepped out of bounds, turnover, but I mean, we knew we were taking Wemby, whereas this year, I didn't know we were taking fourth overall. And when the Spurs drafted Stephon Castle, I was happy. He missed TSR, I thought was going to cry. So that type of motion wasn't there for 2023 because it was so obvious who we were taking. Bassey blew the alley-oop. Dragon, yes. I should have followed up. All the suspense was in the lottery, which I went absolutely ballistic when I heard we got the first overall pick. That shot's missed for the Heat, and it literally just sat on the rim and finally rolled off after a few seconds. Kellen's going to put his head down, drive in the paint, and gets the runner. If Kellen's running to the paint, he's shooting, he ain't passing. But yes, the suspense was all in the lottery. And it was incredible, and there was nowhere to go but down after that. Kelvin drives in the paint, and another runner again, and the Heat are going to call a timeout. Bonjour, Arno. Best play-by-play YouTube live. No, wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know. I mean, I think we do a good job here. I mean, it's just really, it's being a fan, you know, just being a fan of the team and having fun and, trying to be welcoming to everybody, whether you're a Spurs fan or a Heat fan. Kelvin has been better this year. Oh, Asia, the Lions looked awful last night. Detroited. Texans are a couple O-line and referees away from being great. Ashley says, please beat the Heat. I hate that team. We're not. Let's do this to the Miami Heat. Just kidding, Heat fans, if there's any in here. Kelman overall, I think, is better this year. He's been better with his drives. He's been finishing like with authority. When he dunks, he's dunking it hard. I think his defense has been better too. Sure, he's had his lapses, but his three-point shooting has fallen off the cliff. And once that part of his game gets back to at least normal, like being at least a 35% three-point shooter, then he's going to be great for us off the bench. But that part of his game missing, is hurt him a bit. Asia, I was talking about that earlier. Philly and Washington. If you ask me which team do you think has the best chance to get the NFC Championship in the NFC East, rank them 1 to 4, I would have said the Eagles first with their acquisition of Saquon Barkley. I then would have said the Cowboys, then the Commanders, and then the Giants. I mean, Giants are going to be last on that list. Jose, uh, yeah, if we draft another player that needs to work on their shot, then yeah, there's gonna be some issues. I like our guys, but Jeremy Sohan needs to work on a shot. Stephon Castle needs to work on a shot. Trey Jones needs to work on a shot. We have a lot of guys that can't shoot. And it's okay to have a player here and there, but when it's a good portion of some of your your starters or bench players, it doesn't have to be great, just at least adequate. Be league average. Like Wesley can't shoot. Malachi Branham sometimes can't shoot. The non-1B minutes should be when the other score, not when he's on the floor. Fair. We need a sniper. Greg, I wanted Jaden Daniels. I did. I'm surprised that reaction video hasn't gotten trolled with the Commanders playing well because I was like, you could tell I was definitely frustrated watching you took Daniels, but it's right there in the YouTube algorithm. Heath, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. A new shooting coach? I mean, we had a great shooting coach who is with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and how's it working out over there? Pretty good. South 77. I was just talking, probably saying that as you were putting that in the chat. He went to the Thunder. He's with OKC. And look at OKC shooting. Yeah, pretty good. Good. Running 626. I say generally don't like blowouts because the last couple of years the Spurs have been blown out multiple times. As a Giants fan, they got blown out in almost every loss this year. I wouldn't mind the Spurs blowing out the Heat tonight. That's a block for the Spurs. Kellen's going to put his head down, driving the paint, and he gets blocked. Stephon Castle with the offensive board. He gets blocked, gets the ball back. Finally, he's going to kick it out. They're going to round the world trade Jones for three. Sure. BC, yeah, they are. Their offense is clicking. Glitch reports had Spurs potential trade. I don't want Julius Randle. Hello, where would a monster dunk? Cooper Flag is Cooper Flag a mediocre shooter? You would still take him, wouldn't you? That's a tough spot. Steph with the ball again. A little pull up J off the glass. No good. Steph's not getting the rolls tonight. He started off hitting a couple shots, but I think he's missed his last three. Nice job by Yami Yaquez driving the floor and gets it a layup. It's 39-30. Jose, I have not heard that. I have not heard that at all. Toby, I don't want Julius Randle. Charles Bassey, jumper in the paint's no good. Gets his own miss. Pass it out to Champagny. Champagny just fires off a three. No good. When he's on the bench, T-Gunk, what's going on? I hope you got the message on Twitter. Not only is your baby coyote on the way, you're getting a levitating baby coyote, coyote, my bestest little. But Miss TSR saw it's going to be cold out there and didn't want you and baby coyote to be cold, so he actually bought you a towel as well. So I was like, okay, that's very nice of her. Steph in the paint, passes it out to Jones. Jones thinks about a three and says, maybe not. Trail drive and now throws up a runner off the glass, off the rim, rolls around the rim and rolls off. Terry Rozier drives the floor and a high arcing layup is good. And we're going to have a timeout by Mitch Johnson and probably Wemby coming back in. And I've seen some Spurs fans go back and forth. If we were able to get a top three pick, Ace Bailey or Cooper Flag, who would fit better with our team? I honestly don't know enough about either player. I have not read their scouting reports. I barely watch any college hoop, although Miss TSR, if you're still watching, if Duke plays UConn, we should watch that game together. So I can scout Cooper Flag, so I can scout some of the guys on your team too, because I haven't seen Liam McNeely play. Have we watched a men's game? We've watched a couple of the girls' game. We've been to a couple of the girls' games. I don't know if I've watched a men's UConn game with Miss TSR. We need to fix that. I think we'll be coming back in. Field goal Rams 10, Philly 13. Okay. You stretch are too wide for Wemby. What do you mean we max it? Reserving Wemby for Paris. The Spurs don't play until Thursday, though. That's 3 days of rest. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which means TSR is going to get some rest. No live streams the next 3 days. I'll definitely be putting Spurs content up. I'm going to finish that documentary I've been talking about for ages and then start working on the next one. And I do have a better idea of how I want to shoot these. Actually, I'll let you guys know. I made the mistake that it's going to be about 12 minutes, maybe 13. I only recorded audio, and every single piece of the video I have to put in pictures or news articles or grab video footage. And I was like, you know what? I should mix that up in the future videos where it's okay to show me occasionally making a point for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, because that means there's less footage I have to go find to put into the video, and it'll be much faster to edit. Cooper Flag is a power forward, isn't he? I don't think the Kings are playing pretty well, Keith. I don't think Darren Fox is coming our way. Flag is a power forward, small forward. So if we were to get Cooper Flag, would he start at the four and Sohan at the three? Because Sohan's not a good 3-point shooter at all. Um, hopefully he fixes that. Not, I mean, if Flag's not a shooter either, so our potential future starting lineup would have three shooting guys at the moment. Flag, Sohan, and Castle. When are we going to get quadruple teamed? Bassie, Kelvin, and Trey should not be on the floor at the same time. Tyler Hero is playing Fantasia. He just hasn't done much. Andrew, let me play the first quarter. You look great. This rotation is poop. Well, uh, fair. Christian Lopez, good evening to you. Afternoon. If we got Flag, everybody would say the NBA is rigged. Yes, they would. Our bench looks like a college team. Ah! Stefan Castle, 15 points per game, 43% field goal percentage as a starter, 7.2 points per game, and under 40% as a reserve. Flag to the Jazz. God, I hope not. You get one, now you want Cooper Flag? Let someone else get someone good? Hey, Meatloaf, I can be greedy, can I? Remember the Orlando Magic got Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway? Just saying. Just saying. I'd be fine with I mean, whatever pick we get in the first, whatever our highest pick is what it is. I would love a top four pick again, but we've had two top four picks back to back years. Maybe Wemby and Castle can be a Shaq and Penny for us. Just hopefully they stay together longer. By the way, we had a miss by the Spurs. Wemby is back in. Hello, where? Throws it up, misses it against Wemby, gets his own miss back, throws it up again. Blocked by Wemby. Why would you take it at Wemby again? Wemby's going to bring it up the court for the Spurs and turns it over. Throw it into the audience. DeMar DeRozan isn't a shooter, but he's a scorer. That is fair, Jawan. Portland is getting Flag. Are you a Portland Trailblazers fan by chance? So we get the next best small forward to get vet center. Wemby versus Walmart Wemby. What side? Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Miami Heat. 39-32 in what has been generally a low-scoring game. Victor Wembanyama has 11 points and 1 block. Who is Walmart Wemby? Who is Hector Banana Bread? UConn is sadly not playing Duke in the regular season. Oh, they're not? Rich and William, I would have liked to watch that. Maybe we'll see them in the playoffs. Playoffs? Game first. I think it'd be a great way to wait. I mean, when we get close to the draft, after the season, before the draft, that's when I start doing a lot of scouting report research on players the Spurs might draft. And I try to keep it realistic. Like if we're picking 11th, I'm not going to scout a guy that's expected to go second overall. We're not getting him. Wemby with the ball right now. I know the big names in this draft, but I don't know a lot of the guys that are after the top 3. Ray Jones just gets blocked. Cheap ball, 6 minutes to go. Oh, cheap. Oh, that's the Walmart Wemby. A little where? Really? Okay, fair enough. Bam with the ball, passes it out. And that 3 is no good. Joint champion with the rebound. Yep, Hector Banana Bread. That's a thing. Victor with the ball. The one hand or the runner is an air ball. Oof. His offensive mojo in the first quarter has not carried over to the second quarter yet. Tyler Hero for 3. It's a 4-point game, guys. Jazz would be perfect for Flag. I don't know. The Jazz teams have a since Malone and Stockton left, they've developed guys for 4 or 5 years and then they leave. Devin would have pull up Jay. Banks it. I think he meant to do that, but we'll take it. Devin deposits that shot. Duncan Robinson with the ball for the Heat down the other end, 14 on the shot clock. Gets over to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, by the way, is back today for the Miami Heat. Back to Robinson. Robinson drives in the paint, goes up an alley-oop, and the alley-oop is no good. Harold Trey Jones is in a contract year, and he is, I don't want to say he's playing awful, because his assists have been good. His assist to turnover ratio has been very, very good. Scoring wise, he's been awful, though. Is it snowing in Philadelphia, Greg? I've not seen 1 second of that game for obvious reasons. I'm here with you guys in the Heat and Spurs. Hello, where? Wide open three. It's a 3-point game. Ace Billy doesn't know how to pass, but kind of want a guy like that in small forward. I've heard Traor's name. Isn't Traor a point guard, though, St. Augustine? I mean, do we not believe in Stephon Castle to develop into our point guard of the future? Wemby's open for three. He's going to take the three. Nope. Slade, I hope not. Don't that third. It's the third quarter. Rozier misses. McLeod Ware slams it down with a follow up, and it's a 1-point game. CS Chuck, the Spurs are up by one. The Heat did come back in the second quarter. Has been kind of similar to the third quarter. Yeah, we are. Ooh, we got 11 points in the second quarter. 11. They've outscored us 20-11. We had 30 points in the first, only 11 in the second. Wemby started off the game strong with 11 points in the first. He hasn't scored yet. All right. Well, Wemby got 11. Christian, yeah, we're struggling at the moment. The second quarter has not been good. Castle can't pass a lick. Ouch. I don't think Castle shoots well enough to be a two. Not even close. Plus, Devin Vassell's our two. Are you swinging Devin a small forward? So, what if you guys want Trey, or is your lineup from 5-1 Wemby, Sohan, Vassell, or Wemby, Sohan, Vassell, Castle, Vassell, and then Traore at point guard? We would be really undersized, wouldn't we? We already have enough problems giving up rebounds. Barnes and Castle looking for those 1 before layups. Robin, that's about right. Vassell off the bench. He's not. You guys know he's the highest paid Spur of all time. I don't see him going off the bench. Yeah, Brandon, that's what we do. 1 before. I got this. I don't think I've really said Chris Paul's back in the game. I'll just say I haven't said CP3's name in a while. He's back in. Harrison Barnes, corner three. No good. He can take the lead. Sovereign, I think Mamu's in the Terry Rozier for three. I think Mamu's in the doghouse with minutes. Yeah, Ramen, we started off good, and now Wemby fakes a three, going to take off. Pull up two, no good. Now Wemby can't hit a shot either. Dummy per CC? What's going on? James, that's a fair argument. Turnover by the Heat. They throw it into the stands. It is Spurs wall down by two, 43-41. Oh no, I didn't change anything. Is it more ads than normal? I did not change a thing. The only thing I changed was I took slow mode off. CP threw the ball out in 3-point land, starts to drive, whips it back to Devin Vassell. Vassell's not going to take off into the paint and loses it out of bounds, and that's a Spurs turnover. Are you guys get more ads than normal? I mean, I would shut ads off, but I mean, I don't do this for business, but I do like Google ad revenue to pay for any expenses the channel has. Duncan Robinson with the ball for the Heat. 10 on the shot clock. Pulls up for a long three. Oh, man, they're feeling it now. We're down by... This second quarter's been awful. We're, we're getting smashed in the second quarter. We've only scored 11 points, by the way. I need Hero and Wemby to get together. Ronnie, those are on opposing teams. Oh, poor. I don't have an ad button. I don't tell YouTube when to put the ads in. I hope they never put them in the last minute of a game. That would be awful. But I'm just there is an ad button you can hit. I'm not gonna hit it. That's a 20-2 run by the team. Good grief. They're on an 11-0 run at the moment. 11-0 in the last 2 minutes. Robert, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. It's life. Believe me, I've seen many uh Amazon Prime is pretty good for putting ads in weird places. Well, I've got ads in weird places when Champagne's making weird faces at Wemby. And Sohan's hair. I don't know what I'm doing here. Wemby with a weird move in the paint gets fouled. I don't know what kind of hoppity skippity do that was, but Wemby has got cold. He has. Robin, Mitch has been under fire from Spurs fans lately. I mean, there it is. Trade them all. 26-11 in the second. Ouch, Fred. And Wemby just missed his first free throw. So it's still 11. Almost 100 thumbs up. We haven't gotten to 100 yet. I know it's a smaller crowd. There's an NFL playoff game at Sunday afternoon, but we don't have 100 thumbs up yet. Can we get to 100 thumbs up sooner than later? We're at 96. We're almost there. We missed them both. Nice Cowboy X Factor, the winner of well, yeah, you won a baby Wemby, and he's hanging out with you. Awesome. I'm glad you like your baby Wemby. Butler's gonna drive, passes it, almost a turnover by the Heat, and it now is a turnover. Spurs ball, 46-41 in the second quarter has been awful. Team, like you're welcome, man. I hope you enjoyed the gifts. Wemby for three, no good. We were up by 10 after the first, by the way. It was 30-20. They're outscoring us 26-21 in the second quarter. Yeah, trench it. Baby Wemby. He's like this size. Like baby Yodi. Rich, you better make some adjustments at halftime. If the Spurs lose again, they'll be 2-6, I believe, in 2025. Vassell's gonna take a long three. We got an offensive rebound. Yeah, a Cowboy X Factor. I was at Hooters last night, so it was a really good spot to make a short when the Commanders won. Maybe what the well, he's gonna drive in the paint. Layup. Can't make that either. We can't make anything. Oh my God. Jeez, this is like watching last year now. Doesn't it feel like that lately? The shot at the buzzer is no good, and it's halftime. We scored 11 points in the second quarter. Wow. Wow. 11 points in the second quarter, and the Spurs are now 46-41. One goes 0 for 6 that quarter. Yeah, it felt, oh, Sonny does look good with blue hair. I like his hair. That's, wow. I don't know what to say, Spurs fans. That was bad. Rodney, yeah, that was, boom. There were some good shots. All right, well, 26-11 in the second quarter. That's bad. That's next level bad. Jason, I don't think we're tanking. And no, they weren't all bad shots. They were just it's snowing where I live yet. I can't tell. Follower, it was a rough second quarter. I'm gonna get to the halftime stats. We played so well in the first quarter, and Debbie, I mean, it's gonna be the same guys that started the game: Castle, Barnes, Paul, and Vassell. When he makes two hook shots instead of shooting threes, we've got a 1 point game. Yeah, he isn't. William, he's gonna watch the 3 pointers. There you go, Fred. Maybe that was the bad quarter for the game. There you go. The third quarter happened in the second quarter, so now we're gonna be fine the rest of the way. All right. Spurs are stat padding. Got 41 points, man. I don't know what we're padding. All right, let's get to the halftime stats. We had 100 thumbs up. Thank you guys. This will be our smallest stream of the year because of the NFL playoffs and being a Sunday afternoon. That being said, I do appreciate everybody that's been here today. And let's can the Spurs get a win? Seriously, it's not looking good at the moment the way we played that second quarter. It's looking really not good the way we played that second quarter. But it's all not for not yet. All right, I need the box score, ESPN. Box score, not score for this game. There we go. Wrong button by TSR. All right, let me zoom on the box score so I can see what I'm doing. And yeah, 26 to 11 in the second. Spurs outscored the Heat 30 to 12 in the first. That second quarter was a nightmare. For the Heat, Duncan Robinson with 10 points, Haywood Highsmith with 2, Jimmy Butler with 6 in his return. He's been with 2 points, does have 7 rebounds. Bam, really struggling from the field today. 1 of 6. Tyler Hero, very quiet as well. 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. So Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero have 10 points between them. If you told me that, I would say 10 points in the first half between the three of them? The Spurs must be winning, right? Well, got another thing coming. Off the bench, Nikola Jovic with 2, Kalel Ware with 11, Terry Rozier with 7, and Yami Yaquez Jr. with 4. The bench has 24 points. The bench has more than half the points for the Heat. They're shooting 39, 31, and 100, and they have 6 turnovers. For the Spurs, they are shooting 36, 28, 57, and we have uh, 7 turnovers. For the Spurs, Harrison Barnes, 2 points. Victor Wembanyama started off great in the first quarter. He had 11 points. He still has 11 points. He's now 4 of 11 from the field, but 1 of 4 from the free throw line. What is like a north of 80? He was a north of 85% free throw shooter. He's 1 of 4 from the line, 2 of 6 from 3, 7 rebounds, 1 block. Um, yeah, rough second quarter. Chris Paul with a donut. He's got 3 assists, but no points from Chris Paul. 0 for 1. Devin Vassell struggling again. He does have 9 points because he got to the line 3 times. And he has 2 block shots, but he's 3 of 9 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. Stephon Castle started off decent, and he's been struggling now to put the ball in the hoop. He has 2 of 6 from the field and does have 3 turnovers, so that's not good. And 5 points. Off the bench, Julian Champagnie with 5, Keldon Johnson with 4, Charles Bassey with 2, and Trey Jones with 3. Trey with 1 assist. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's missing from our team lately, but this year in particular, we're not playing well. We take a look at our schedule for, and what I mean by this year is, I mean 2025. We've played 7 games because the Lakers game was postponed. So 7 games, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We beat the Nuggets in what a huge win against Denver. Beat them by 3. Then we lost the overtime game to Denver, where the Spurs, I think, were leading, and then yes, we were leading. Denver had a huge fourth quarter. We had nothing in overtime, then we lost. Then we were beating the Bulls, and the Bulls had that huge comeback in the fourth quarter and lost that game. Then we didn't look competitive at all against the Bucks. So 1-3 right there. Game against the Lakers postponed. Come back and beat LA by 24 points, and we're like, okay, end the 3-game losing streak. We're good. Well, these 2 games against Memphis were not good. We lost by 14 Wednesday night against the Grizzlies last week, and then got blown out by 28. And the Grizzlies didn't have John Morant in an absolutely horrible game to watch. The Spurs right now this year are 2-5, and if they lose this game, they would drop to 2-6. As far as the NBA standings, I'm going to take a peek at that while we're in the halftime. In the halftime, while it's halftime, did I put halftime up? I did. Okay. Western Conference, the Spurs are still sitting at 12th. We're starting to fall behind a little in the win column. The Kings, the Warriors, and the Suns are all tied between 9 and 11 with 21 wins. We're sitting at this game. That one's going to hurt. Suns have won 2 in a row. The Warriors have won 2 in a row. The Kings are, of course, playing so much better than they did at the start of the season. The Kings are 8-2 in their last 10 games. If anything, the Spurs could pass the Mavericks soon because the Mavericks have a ton of injuries. Luka Doncic is out, so they have been playing bad. They're 3-7 in their last 10. Like we're not much better. We're 4-6 in our last 10. The Pelicans have started to turn their season around a little bit. I don't know. Zion came back, right? They are 6-4 in their last 10 games, and they've won three in a row. They're 11-32. We're only about halfway through the season. Actually, this is the middle game. This is game 41. This will be at halfway through the season after this game. So maybe tomorrow I could do like a mid-season report card. Yeah, we can do something like that. I don't know, or do that Tuesday. This will be game 41. We'll be actually halfway through the season. Let me pull the chat back up. Let me fix this. We actually got to keep that like that, right? Wait, what's going on here? Zoom that out. I zoom ESPN on one page to see what I'm doing, and it zooms in for both. That is really weird. All right, make sure I didn't miss any super chats, which I didn't. You guys are usually good about not doing that now at the end of the game, or if I'm doing halftime stats, I don't see anything. As long as Mitch is the coach, we're tanking. Guys, I still get to see when we get the ball on a pick and roll. Is it zero follower? I wouldn't be surprised. So boom, this rotation is oh, I'm way back in the chat. This rotation's a rotation. That's all I got. Batista said I'm the cutest person in the chat. Man, Wemby spending time with Hakeem. If we could get a Wemby shake, like the Hakeem, the dream shake, it'd be unstoppable. Good luck with CP with 6. Is somebody been on Chris Paul to have more than 6? He's got 0 right now. And Alex, we have had a lot of moments this year where, yes, we just can't make a shot at all. Snowing now in Western Mass. If it hasn't reached you yet, Rich, it'll be soon going to be frigid in Buffalo. I can't tell because, let me put a Ghost Spurs go up. I had a UConn towel blocking my window because there was sun coming in, but there's no sun now. It is dark out. Oh, right. It is not snowing yet where I am. Good evening, Brian. No snow yet in Connecticut. I'm looking out the window. It is dark. It is very dark considering it's only around a little after 4 o'clock. If only we had one of the best post players of all time that was on the Spurs for Wemby to train with. If only the Spurs had two dominant big men, two MVPs, a defensive player of the year, a scoring champion, a three-time finals MVP. If only the Spurs had former players that accomplished so much in their career, if only that he could train with, but unfortunately that is not the case. They're more worried about their performances in their HEB commercials than games. That's a good one, Eric. You guys have talked about the hook shot a lot. Does anybody actually use the sky hook? When's the last time that's actually been used in the NBA? I honestly don't know. It'll be okay, buddy. We'll come back. We will come back. I hope. We can do this. Are we watching the Mavericks and Sixers? How old? Oh, this day in NBA history. Dirk Nowitzki with a game winner. Okay. I was like, what? What am I watching? All right, I got a weather update on my phone. Winter storm alert, Arctic air spreads, blah blah blah. Stay prepared. Blah 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 blah. Nick Johnson, I hope we come back. He think the Heat playing where and at about the same time messed our offense up. Does Joker use it? Guys on? Okay. I'll take your word on that. I forgot. So Kalair was a draft pick this year? I honestly don't remember that. Last year? I don't remember him being drafted in 24. Yeah. Their heads in France already. Their heads are in France already. I got it. Okay. Justin put Bassie and Wemby in at the same time. I don't. So who are you taking out? I've seen some of you say Bassie and Wemby Twin Towers. So Bassie's going to kill our floor spacing. Remember when Wemby was out there with Zach Collins last year? Granted, Jeremy Sohan point guard experiment, but that really didn't work. And Bassie, Wemby, Barnes, Vassell, and CP3. I I I don't know. Some of that just doesn't seem like it. I wonder if Bill the Bear Spurs jersey shorts would fit your Bill the Bear Spurs jersey. Really? You think he's a little cold? He needs something for his little legs. And he's got cute feet. These feet were made for running. Where did really well in the summer league? Okay. Play Wemby and Zach. Same. Play Wemby and Zach. No. Where was drafted 15th? I don't remember that. Or no. Brandon Jokic is a big dude. And AKA, there's a lot of fans that say trade Sohan, trade Sohan, trade Sohan. We haven't looked good without him this recent stretch at all. Eric Chip England's in Oklahoma City, where he'll stay. Probably will he'll retire, I would guess. He ain't getting any younger. Barnes, no, Barnes is not a good defender. Jokic uses a variation of a hook a shot on occasion, not a full on. That's going to be the actual Kareem sky hook. I seen him do like his thing. I've been seeing like Zach Collins, I think like a little baby hook, but that actual sky hook. Who's pick Wemby? Who's pick Wemby? Debbie, the Atlanta Hawks are winning. They're not trading Trae Young now. The Hawks are good this year. They just beat the Celtics, didn't they? In overtime? Atlanta is much better than I think anybody thought they would have been. I just saw another rule. I just saw this come up again on Bing. NFL ref explains controversial penalties benefiting Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs versus the Texans. I've seen this come up a lot about the calls yesterday. Man, I hope the refs aren't giving him. Brady got a few roughing passes or like a finger would graze the helmet and they're like roughing the passer. I'm like, really? One finger? I'm checking, by the way, the standings on ESPN for the Eastern Conference because we have the Atlanta Hawks first pick that's unprotected. That pick seemed like it was going to be really good before the season started. Now the Atlanta Hawks are sixth in the Eastern Conference. They're a playoff team at this moment in time. 22 and 19. They've won three in a row. I think they're going to stay around there. They're probably going to finish somewhere between 6 and 9. Finish around 6 and 9. And gosh, the Pistons are better than us right now. The Pistons are better than us, guys. They've also been rebuilding for a while. We're in year number 2 of our rebuild, but Atlanta's not trading Trae Young, guys. That's done. They're a playoff team at this moment. Dyson Daniels was a great pickup from them. Unloading DeJounte Murray was a good move for them. They also drafted Zachary Versace first overall. What luck as a Spurs fan? Yeah, and I'm being greedy, but the Hawks get the first overall pick last year. If they had the first overall pick this year, oh, that would be greedy. 2 first-round picks overall in 3 years. We had the first overall pick with Wemby, the fourth overall pick with Castle. We could move up in this draft. I mean, it's not likely. The odds aren't with us. But as it stands right now, the Spurs are the 12th team in the Western Conference. And then overall, I need to click on league standings, please, ESPN. There we go. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'd be pick number 10. So if we finish around there, gosh, the Bulls are. Oh, the Bulls are losing again. Never mind. They lost 4 in a ring. The Bulls pick's not going to convey. We don't want a million first-round picks anyway. Well, I suppose we could trade up. Maybe we would. We're not going to draft a million guys in the first round. We already did that once with Sohan, Branham, and Wesley. Look how that's working out. But the 10th overall pick, this is a deep draft. We could get a really good player if we finish around 10th. I think we're going to be fringe playing team all year. But let's remember the Western Conference is stacked. Kate Cunningham looks great, by the way, William. Third quarter's on the way. Let me pick 2-3 up. If we finish 10th and get the 10th overall pick, it's still going to be a boost to our roster. And if we get the 10th overall pick, and then, but he's doesn't know. If we can move up in the draft and get to top 4, we're in good shape. Road trip, that's harsh. Chet Holmgren only plays every other season. Jeez, you're actually. The sad thing is, you're kind of right. His rookie season, he played 0 games. Second season, he played all 82. Credit to him. And then this season, he's played what, 7 or 8 games? Wemby with the ball in the paint. Pass it out to Castle. Castle back to CP3. Beautiful pass by CP3 to Dalmasel for 3. Swish. Hello, Elephant. Oh, there's a lot of interesting players. It's a great draft, and yes, road trip. That was harsh, but that was true. Duncan Robinson for three, good. I don't know if mean, I'm up for trying Bassey or Wemby. I just don't think it'll work. Wemby for three, nope. And a fast break down the other end. Khalil Ware misses a layup, gets the ball back. He's going to take it out. Wemby throws it up and throws up an air ball. Wemby with the ball now into the paint. And a layup. Wow, he was all sorts of out of control, but made the shot. The Heat, are these the two bigs? They got Khalil Ware out there. Did they have Bam on the floor too? Fallon Castle. Andrew Spurs go to you. Yeah, they do have Bam and Khalil Ware out there. Okay. Tyler Hero's at the line for two. I thought he was too slayed. That was a tough shot. Isabel! Just because we all want to see you smile, Rich. Goes for the go. Thank you very much for the super chat. That's very sweet. That's more than $5, guys. That's like $5.17 because euro's worth more than a dollar. So thank you. Appreciate that. I really do appreciate everybody's super chats, but while we don't ask for money on the channel does have expenses. I missed a point by heat somewhere. But also it enables me to do giveaways, which we're doing a lot more giveaways this year, which has been a lot of fun. Wemby with the ball. Travel. Bills quarterback. What's his head? Um, Josh Allen. Jeez, I froze there. I could not pull his name. CP0. Yep. Take him up. Thank you to everybody that super chatted today. You guys are awesome, by the way. I truly appreciate it. Heat ball up by five. Tyler Hero with the ball. Gets it into Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy guarded by Stephon Castle. Coming back out to Hero. Shot clock expiring. Hero's going to have to force a shot. Whoa. He made it. That was a tough shot. That was a tough shot. That was a miss for us down the other end as I was looking where I think Vassell shot a three, missed it. This is the biggest lead in the game for the Heat, I just heard. 7-point lead. We were up after the third. Timeout. Duncan Robinson for three. It's a 10-point game. Oh my gosh, it's a 10-point game. CP3 and Keldon should switch jersey numbers. They should. We're down by 10. Duncan Robinson just got that elephant. Duncan Robinson for three. We're down by 10. Ah, wow. Mitch, do something. We got outscored 26-11 in the second, 10-5 in the third. Our perimeter defense is one of the worst. Yes, it is. Flecker's this. It really is. I don't think he's putting Bassey in the game by accident unless when he's coming out. Well, it's definitely not the end of the world. I mean, the Spurs are still much better than last year, and I've said this 100 times on the channel. At least we have direction. We've got two young players, Wemby and Castle, that I think are going to be really good. We have some good pieces around them. I hope with Vassell and Sohan. I hope those are good pieces. I'm a New York Giants fan. What direction do we have besides in the toilet again? So it could always be worse. Blazing, I've not been impressed by his performance as of late. Mitch Johnson. Brandon, I don't know what we're doing. We can get back in this by stringing together, get together some runs. Yes, to be or not to be a playoff team. Not to be. I mean, I hope they're in the running for the play-in. I really do. We're starting to head in the wrong direction, and other teams that were struggling, specifically the Sacramento Kings, are now playing better. The Pelicans are not as bad as their record when they're healthy. That could be a problem too. The Western Conference is really the Utah Jazz on paper have a good roster. I don't know why they suck and blow. They have some damn good players on their team, but they just, for whatever reason, they're awful. Maybe a lot of injuries too. It's not on the coach. I mean, it's not on the coach, but the rotations are on the coach. Or when their team's gone on a run. the game against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies went on I want to say a 16-0 run. I think it should be me personally. You should be calling a timeout halfway through that. If the opposition's on an 8-0 run, the crowd's into it, call a timeout. And if you're gonna call a timeout until it was like a 16-0 run, and by then the game was over. Collins is in the doghouse, Rico. Absolutely, 100%. Zach Collins is probably going to be in the doghouse the rest of the year and next year, which means we could have a player on the bench not playing, making 18 million next season. 18 to do nothing. Sit there and keep it warm. Slade, I would like to think it'd be a little better, but Pop has had weird rotations too at times. Pop's taking the hot hand out. So I guess in retrospect, Mitch is doing some things similar. He just doesn't have the fire. But Stan, I can't let you know when they're doing better if you're gone. I will say, like Mitch has been standing around a lot with his hands in his pockets during games, and I'd like to see him show some fire. Maybe with the ball in the paint, out to Harrison Barnes, over to Castle, 4 on the shot clock. Steph's going to take the long two. All right. Steph a long ways away from 20 points right now. He's got 7. Josh Allen is a football player, so he is not on the Spurs. Steph with 7 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Khalil Ware into the paint. Layup good. Yeah, flexor assists. They swarmed him. I think it was at least triple team that last possession. Teams are swarming Wemby in the paint because when we look at our team, besides maybe Vassell, who's outside shot? I mean, Barnes can shoot. Yeah, they're not respecting our guys. Well, Paul hasn't scored, so I would dare him to shoot at this point. Speaking of which, Paul with the ball gets it to Vassell, back to Paul, over to Wemby. Wemby in the paint. Shot's no good. Foul going to line for 2. Nita, what's going on? He says the players in the rotation aren't good. I also feel Devin and we don't have that chemistry. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we had a better record when Devin was out. We might have. We may have been better when Devin was out. I don't know. Start calling Mitch Pockets Johnson. I don't know if that's a good nickname, William, but Pockets Johnson it is. We missed another free throw. Wemby, what is up with your free throws? He's missing everything. He's turned into Shaq tonight. He's really Shaq at the line tonight. He's 1 of 5. It's even worse than Shaq. The crowd's giving him some heat, no pun intended. There we go. He took a deep breath. I know he's listening. So he's probably like, "Oh crap, they're calling me Shaq now. I better make a free throw." No, Shaq played in the paint. That's fair. Michael, also true. I think Wemby might be in his own head right now. Slade, he's been struggling, at least offensively, not defensively, but offensively. And nice defense by Devin Vassell getting the steal on the Khalil Ware pass. Devin bringing it up the court, gets it over to Harrison Barnes, and he get back in transition, no problem. 58-49, 8 minutes and some change to go. Harrison Barnes in the paint, left-handed layup good, and the Spurs get to fit. We just got to 50. We just got to 50. 28 minutes into the game. Harrison Barnes now with a whole 4 points. That's 4 more than me, though, so I can't criticize too much. Duncan Robinson's ball gets in and Jimmy buckets. Jimmy back to Robinson. Robinson throws it down. Something I used to say all the time as a kid. Robinson throws it down. Different Robinson. Steph with the ball into the paint. The runner. Was that supposed to be an alley-oop? I don't know if that was a shot or an oop. Tyler Hero with an acrobatic left-handed layup into the paint. 62-51. Jody 2K, what's going on? Jomon, what's up? Harrison Barnes with a tough shot. No good. Going to the line for 2. I mean, Hero was not killing him in the first half, the Texas says, but it's been a tale of 2 halves. You put Devin or CP3 on Hero, do you think it's going to go much better? I honestly don't. HB's first free throw is good. 10-point game. Sabrina, good afternoon to you. 62 to 52, 7.5 minutes to go. As the Spurs looking to not head to France on a 2-game skid or 3-game skid. No, it would be three. We lost to Memphis. Wow, we can't do free throws as a team. The team free throw shooting is awful tonight. Jimmy Butler in the paint. He's going to throw it down as Vassell fell down. 12-point game. Mitch taking another timeout. Mitch looked like a spectator, not a coach. Edgar, that's not too far off. Wemby's playing like this in silent protest. Vassell just got cooked there, follower. I mean, the team defense is. I don't know what happened. We were up 30 to 20 in the first quarter. You realize we scored 22 points in 17 minutes of basketball? Yep, is Pocket Johnson now his nickname? Oh no. Bible English, what's going on? Pocket Johnson. I don't know if that's one you'd like. King of Sports Show? No, nothing is going right. Nothing at this moment for the Spurs. They can't hit their twos, can't hit their threes, they can't even hit their ones. Mr. D said it's obvious we're tanking. And why one of those games at the start of the year though? Why now all of a sudden halfway through the season, pull the plug and say, all right, we're tanking now. Is Chris Paul over 2 with 0 points? That sounds about right. Vane, what's up? This is a mental thing that lost to the Knicks. The loss to the Knicks? The Christmas game? I mean, I'm sure we have a losing record since we have a 40-year-old point guard and a bunch of small wings who can't shoot or defend. Castle, I would say Castle can defend, but I mean, Tyler Hero's pretty damn good scorer. James, I do agree. We need more. Mitch the Soft Johnson. Oh no. Mitch the Soft Johnson. Oh wow. I mean, he does stand around with his hand in his pockets. Jonathan holding on to himself. Perimeter D nowhere. Planet. This has been a Dota 2K. I'm gonna say it's everybody, the players and the coaches. I think that's fair, right? To show us what we can be, I'm still at 30. Yeah, Mr. Z, I originally said 35 to 40. I did say when we were playing well, I was like, well, maybe it'll be 41 to 45, but in the end, you have to go with your original prediction. I said 35 to 40. Yeah, fringe playing team. The Western Conference is stacked, though. That's one thing we have to remember. The Eastern Conference, except for the top teams, it's top heavy over there in the East. West, it's there's a lot more teams over 500 than the East, I believe. Pocket pool. Ooh, I like that part. Pocket pool Johnson. Oh, jeez. Gio, then you need 5 more points from Chris Paul because so far he's got 0. The playing's gonna be very tough, Andrew. Spurs, looks like I have a pretty lean schedule for January. We got Paris on Thursday, Paris on Saturday, and the Spurs are off 3 days again. So no excuse for me not to finish that NBA documentary, although I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. We're better than last year. That's one thing. UNets, we were much better than last year. Charles Bassey is none, and I thought I saw him again, seeing things. It's still the starting lineup. Harrison Barnes with the ball for the Spurs into the paint. Forces a shot with the clock running out. No good off the front rim. 64-52. The Spurs offense has disappeared since the first quarter, and Kellaware's wide open for a dunk. Biggest lead of the game, down by 14. Opinion Sports Show, we may have hit the wall. Vassell's going to drive in the paint. He gets blocked. I won't be opposed to that, William. Tyler Hero with the ball. We're just getting outplayed on everywhere. Adebayo with the little jumper in the paint. We're down by 16 now. This is crazy. 42 points in the paint for the Heat. We have only 20. They have almost more points in the paint than we do in that whole game. That's illusion. I don't know if Chris Paul is going to get to 5 points. He has as many as I have. 0. I'm going to keep this hand up here because if I move it down a couple inches, it's going to look really bad. I don't think we're tanking the 80. I think I don't know what's happened to this team. We got to two games over 500 at one point. This year in 2025, we're 2-5. Is Jeremy Sohan being out affecting the team that much? I don't know. Something is wrong with the team at this moment. I mean, I didn't expect us to beat Memphis either night, or I didn't expect us to beat Memphis both nights. I was hoping we'd split the series. What I didn't expect is that we'd be not even competitive. Spurs ball. Vassell's going to drive in the paint, pass it out to Trey Jones, wide open for three. Trey, nope. JJV, it is hard to watch today. It is. They're hitting everything. They call Jovic for three. We're down 19. My God. So those of you that actually, it's just one person that criticized me for saying I hate blowouts. Do you know how many times Denver sell for three? You know how many times games like this happen the last two seasons? Plus the Giants the last 2 years getting blown out a lot. Dr. Robinson comes back and hit a three. This is why I hate blowouts because we've been on the receiving end far too often on them. Kazmir, I think the Spurs team hit a wall at some point in the last. Vassell pull up jumper, no good. I think that's going to call for no fouls on the Heat. I'll stay positive though. All right, so let's pull some positives out of this game. It's not late. It's not a late game. There's a positive. It's not going to get over at midnight. Um, other positives. It's not a late game. Spurs have only scored 13 points since 5:07 left in the first half. Jason Wemby has. We just got a 5 second violation. Alex said just switched to NFL. A 5 second violation. 5 second. We can't even get the ball inbounds now. A huge alley oop to Bam. We are down by 21. Zeke, so I don't know what to say. I I I I really try so hard to stay positive, but I don't know what to say that's good about this game. Zach Collins is checking in. Hallelujah. Oh no, wait, no. No. YouTube back came in clutch. I needed that. Nobody knew that's a good one. We have a foul on the Spurs. Finally, Zach Collins. If Collins gets us out of this and brings us back, I will never say a negative thing about Zach Collins again. Renda, I don't know what's happened. And this is a struggling Miami struggling Miami Heat team. Haven't they lost three in a row? Jimmy Buckets just came back, and all of a sudden they're rejuvenated and playing like it's a damn NBA Finals. I think I just heard 20. I don't know what I heard for the run. Champagne for three, in and out. We're down by 24. Slade, they're not missing. I can't believe how bad this is. That's when they're fouling the Spurs. Hold outside, but the heat is up. Hits Hero. Yes, it is. I need my comfort get Grogu. Garrett turned off a lot. I mean, Wick Topa, what's going on? So again, I'll say this again. Viewer that used to give us what happened, Area 51, we fell apart. The viewer that gave me criticism for saying I don't like blowouts when the Spurs were blowing out a team, it's because I've been on the end of this too much, seeing our guys just get crushed, and it sucks. It's not fun to call. It's not fun to watch, and I can imagine that people on the other end that are calling these games when their team's getting blown out, rarely by us, it's not fun. So I like just a good game, both teams. I mean, this game's not over, but my God, do we need a massive, massive, massive run here. Down by 21. We have 58 points. Three stars contributing 12 points. Yeesh. Long horse, what's going on? You gotta have some fun when your team's getting blown out. Jovic for three. You have to put that Eagles game on a little earlier than expected, my friends. By the way, can we get an update on the Eagles game? Sell no good. Collins with the putback. Zach Collins lead the way. Nobody says TSR's officially losing. I don't know what to do. This year in particular, this recent stretch of games has felt so much like the last two seasons. That shot's no good by Jovic. Trey Jones gets it up to Vassell. Vassell back to Champagny. Over to Keldon. Stelling trying to get it to Zach. Nope. Keldon's going to turn. Nope, not a turnover. Trey Jones catches it. Jones just dunked! Trey Jones just dunked! I'm not lying to you!
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Trey went baseline and did the only dunk I could do is where you're going that way towards the hoop and dunking it with one hand. All right, 13-10 Eagles, thank you. Maybe that'll motivate this. If that doesn't motivate you, your little guy dunking, I don't know what the hell will. Jose, it's been a rough game. Trey Jones would have dunked. Brandon, I'm not turning it off. I will stay at least until at the in Spurs blowouts. I try to stay until there's 3 to 5 minutes left, depending on the level of the blowout and especially what time it is. The Grizzlies game, let's start at 9:30, and it was near midnight when we were losing by I don't know 26, so I left with 3 minutes to go. I prefer not to do that. I don't like ending streams early, but if we're getting whooped, it's not fun. Collins is currently the only Spur who was in the positive for the plus minus with a +1. Onwards, where's the game? You're right. I haven't showed the game all night.
Sucker!
Coach Pop is cussing at his TV. Eric, I got the vibe I should do a video on what's wrong with the Spurs, but the thing is, I don't know what's wrong with the Spurs lately. I don't think it's as simple as we're tanking. Wemby's certainly in an offensive funk at the moment. 82-62. It is heat ball, 10 on the shot clock. Jimmy Buckets fakes a three, drives in the paint, kicks it out for three. Jovic for three, and the Heat are just hitting everything now. I don't think we have a defensive plan follower. Vassell with the pull-up J. Good. So let's make the goal for today 150 thumbs up if we can get to that, because I think it's gonna be hard to get anything more than that. That is definitely the smallest crowd we've ever had this season. Of course, the Spurs losing another three for the Heat. My God, the Spurs losing certainly doesn't help the channel. And it sucks obviously more importantly sucks as a fan. But if we can get to 150 thumbs up, we're like 6 away. I would appreciate that. And Kellen gets blocked in the paint. Spurs get the ball back. I would appreciate the thumbs up. It does help the channel, and Marcel misses a three. This is I don't know what to say, guys. It's been a tough stretch. It's been a tough stretch, and I don't know when it's going to get better. Hopefully soon. I'm tired of seeing our guys lose like this. Or losing like this. We haven't lost yet. Tell them what the bucket in transition. All right, all right. Gosh, we're down by 22. They were down, we cut it to 22. Jose, I don't think Mitch is running a lot of plays. I don't. He's shooting 80% from three in the second half. Wow. 80%? He scored more than the Spurs in the first half. I mean, they've outscored it. We outscored them in the first quarter, and that's rolled down there from there. Right? And Stephon Castle's streak of 20 straight 20 points or more, it looks like that's coming to an end tonight. He only has 7. He's had quite a few turnovers. Sell for a long 3, no good. Zach Collins with the offensive board. Let's try the cute pass, and that's a turnover. And an easy transition dunk by Tyler Hero. We're down by 24 again. Oh my gosh. Is that Collins still in the positive? I think it's a negative. Champagne for 3, no good. Keldon putback is good. All right. Thanks, Keldon, for showing something out there. Spain Sports Show, I don't know what's going on with our team. They're off the next 3 days. That's probably a good thing. But barring a miracle, they're going to drop to 2-6 this year, specifically in 2025 in the 8 games they've played. That's a missed shot. 2 free throws coming up for Terry Rozier. I'm not sure where the wheels fell off. This past 2 weeks, Wemby even trying. Yeah, his offense has been off. Sorry, but Mitch Johnson has lost the team. Elias, I don't know what would have caused it. January schedule window was going to be rough. France is going to be our turning point. Good. Charles Barkley has 94 yards on 12 carries with a touchdown so far for the 76ers. William, I see what you did there. I will be doing a short on whatever happens with the Eagles game because I'm a Giants fan, so I got to cover it. Wow. Did you say 44-point third quarter for the Heat? Oh my God, it was a 46-point quarter. The Heat in the second and third outscored us 72-38. 72-38. That's 34 points, guys. The Heat have scored more than us in the second and third than all 3 quarters combined. 46. We gave up 46 points in the third quarter. 46. That is rough. Mud Dog, what's going on? This has been an awful game. Is this that worst quarter we played this year? I don't think so. We're probably close. We probably had worse quarters. Sure enough, man, the last couple games been terrible. Giving up this this stretch of games, this stretch in 2025, this 8 game stretch, it feels very much like the last 2 years, and those last 2 years were rough. The Frenchman, good evening. Um, they really were rough. Those back-to-back 22-60 seasons, and I love hanging out with you guys and calling games and talking Spurs. But constantly seeing people leaving at halftime at times, like game's over, TSR, sorry, good night. And I was like, all right, I'll still be here, and I get it. If I was not calling this game, would I turn it off? Maybe, but I'm gonna stay for a little while. Maybe something positive will happen. I don't know. Q4 coming up. I have no idea what's going to happen. Can it get worse? I hope not. Wemmy's 1 of 8 since the first quarter. Yeah, he got a Robert. He was doing great. He had 11 points in the first quarter. Some of you in the chat were saying Wemmy's back, Wemmy's back, and then he can't make a shot. Do another team stream for that. No, Eric, I don't really enjoy streaming anything except for the Spurs. CP0, I did see that. I mean, if we're down by like 20 plus with 3 minutes to go, I'll probably end the stream just a little bit early so I can turn on the Eagles game. I missed December. When Wemby was MVP. Mamu's in? Sandro Mamukelashvili is going to start the fourth quarter off. Okay. All right, let's give it a shot. Mamu in the house. We're going a little bigger. Wemby with the ball right now for San Antonio. At the elbow, off balance jumper. No good. Wemby now 1 of 9, I think. Nobody out there quarterbacking the team. That's fine. That's fair, Brandon. Vivas develop Mamu. I don't think he's coming back next year. It is Heat ball. 10 on the shot clock for Miami. Spurs down 92-68. Jovic for three. That dude can't miss. Jovic cannot miss. We're down 27. Jovic has 14 points off the bench. Mama with the ball in the paint. Pass it out to Chris Paul. Chris Paul with his first points of the game. It's a three. A lot of you were asking if he's going to get to five. Well, he's 60% of the way there. 11 minutes to go as the Spurs just get blown out right now. Tyler Hero with the ball. Kicks it out to Ware for three. And it's a nothing burger. Chris Paul with the rebound. Down to 24. Got him right where we want him. Champagne thinks about the three, pulls it down, tosses it over to CP3. Chris Paul to Mamu. Mamu would pass to Barnes. I thought Mamu was going to shoot in the paint. Barnes instead gets a jumper. Here we go. Down to 23. Trade Wemby. Come on now, Mud. Come on now. Ain't nobody trading Wemby. Rozier into the paint, misses a layup, and it's Spurs ball. Here we go. Mamu's open for three. All right. 19-point game. All right. All right. Yeah, I know it's still 19, but can we do something here with this? 8-0 run because of Mamu. There you go. For what's going on. Rams Eagle tied at 13. Thank you very much. All right. They just butchered Mamu's name. I mean, I didn't say I want to. Let's see if we can put it. Yes, let's get it to 10. Let's make the biggest comeback of the season and then head to France and fill it down there. We max it? I mean, size isn't a problem for me. What? Oh, size is the problem with the Spurs. Oh, I got you. I got you. You know, the thing that's crazy, Rendell, and to all the chat is, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Mamu and Wemby play really well together at the end of the season? And the Spurs ended up winning quite a few games that, quite frankly, some fans wanted us to lose because of positioning for the draft, but they won quite a few games because those two had chemistry. And then this year, they're just not getting any time together. I don't get it. Anthony Bartons, thank you. They did play great towards the end. I thought they did. I mean, I'm like, am I tripping? But weren't they playing really good together? He's always been shooting threes over 40% this year. Even the sound of the game, like, no, Dre, I don't want to take a chance with that. I know a lot of people play game audio. I mean, honest with you, I think that's lame. That's not a knock to you. Please don't take that personally. But if you're going to sit here and title your video live play-by-play and whatever, then actually do the play-by-play. You know what I mean? If you're just sitting here and, ooh, or not, I've seen a lot of channels not even have a person there. They just have a scoreboard up with the game audio. I'm like, would you be any lazier? And I can't believe those channels I hope those channels get shut down. Somehow these manage to stay up. Okay, I'm done complaining. Sure, I know. I appreciate a lot of folks. Hey, play the audio. And one time I will play the audio is for the NBA draft. Whenever they announce the picks, I'll play 6 seconds of Adam Silver announcing the pick because I want to hear it, as do you guys. But extended audio, you could really, really get yourself in trouble. I don't know how those channels are playing audio for every game and not getting in trouble for that. More power to them, I guess. I don't want to do that. If I'm doing play-by-play, I do it because I like doing it and I like engaging with you guys. That's a big a part of it too. It's not just calling the game and then running the scoreboard. Engaging with you guys, seeing, you got your excitement when the Spurs are playing well, and then we got the opposite, which is today. Thank you, Edgar. I appreciate that. I'm as good as Sean Elliott Cooper. I'll take that as a huge compliment. I would love to be sitting next to Sean Elliott, but instead we got the Tobinator. I can't watch. Probably there's a jet lag between. Oh, okay, French. That's. I mean, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Sometimes I'm ahead of people. Sometimes I'm behind people. It depends what you're watching on. I know it sucks. It's Heat ball. 19-point game. Spurs on a bit of a run. Yaquez drives in the paint. Tough shot. No good. Gets his own miss. Gets it to Ware. Ware's nice little jumper. All right, Lupe, what's going on? When we started off rough, Brandon, I looked up his splits. October was a rough month for him. Not much better in November than it was unbelievable in December. Ball's gonna get knocked out of bounds. It is off the Heat. It's gonna be Spurs ball 97-76. We need a huge run. We need another 8-0 run, like right now. Play Malachi. He's coming. Webby gets knocked down before the pass even comes in. Where call for the push? Let's go Rams. Go Rams. Because you know I'm going to do a short if the Eagles lose. I'll do a short if the Eagles win as well. I did see the Commanders beat the Lions last night, but I was at Hooters and it felt weird going up to the TV and doing a video. Chris Paul's at the line for a technical? Technical. Chris Paul has 4 points for those of you that bet on his five. Andrew, what happened to the Spurs? Second and third quarter collapse. We gave up 46 points. You're hearing that right. 46 points in the third quarter. We could not sling any D at all. Harrison Barnes with the corner three is good. 17-point game that ended up being a 4-point play. You're right, Gribbler? If we lose, so be it. But show that your team's getting better and don't get blown out. It is heat ball. The Spurs have made starting to make it a little more competitive. Yaquez Jr. for three, but the Heat's 3-point shooting has been on point. They're 3-point. Are they shooting over 50% for the whole game? It feels like they are. Wemby's going to take a long three, not too long. All right, Wemby. Players on the court are right over here, and Tyler Hero is on the court. Number 14, yes, he's right there. The Heat are hitting everything. That three is no good. Can we get a rebound? Yes, we can. All right, 100 to 83, Spurs ball. CP3 with it. Screen with Wemby. Ball for three. All right, 14-point game. And Chris Paul has 7 points now, all in the fourth quarter. Spurs on an 18-5 run in the last 3 minutes. All right, this is getting a little interesting. Keep it going. Damn it. Tyler Hero just launches a three, and the Heat's three. Again, this 3-point shooting is freaking on fire. MEZ, that's a damn good question. The Heat are 3 of 5 from three. We're 5 from 5. But they're hitting their threes too. Wemby with the ball into the paint. Chucks it into the audience. Threw that way too hard to Harrison Barnes. Mud Banner says Bobo is better. If you believe that, then I'm assuming you have something extremely wrong with your vision and you need to see your eye doctor immediately. And if your vision is 20/20, you might be wearing a straitjacket sooner than later. Be safe, my friend. Tyler Hero with the ball. Champagne's on him again. Don't like that. Hero just dribbling put on a dribble clinic and gets not an easy bucket, an earned bucket in near the paint. Oh, I'm sure he's trolling. I'm trolling back. No way anybody believes Bobo's better than Wemby. CP3 with the ball. Spurs back down by 19. Wemby standing on the logo. Fire three from there, Wemby. Don't do that. Wemby's going to drive in the paint. 2 big steps, and he throws it down. Where's that been all game? Where has that been?
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
They try an alley-oop to Ware. Misses it. Gets fouled. Going on line for two. Wemby drives on him, takes 2 big steps, and throws it down with 2 hands. Bobo's own mother doesn't believe that. Yeah, you're probably right. Olympics, we always got trolls. And when this channel gets bigger, we're going to get a lot of trolls, even more so. And I have to do a better job with handling them. I'm going to troll back a little bit, but other times I should just ignore it. Because in the end, who cares? They're probably coming here once, never again. What you don't know what the trolls I do like though, I think is funny. I don't know how you guys feel about this. Is the trolls that come into these type of channels and make fun of the streamers for streaming. It's like you realize you're here too. Made them both. So just I don't get that. Like you guys are all lame for being in here, but you're in here too. I say it's a community. It's, people hanging out, talking about the team they love. Mama gets fouled, going to line for two. I live in Connecticut. I don't really have anybody to talk Spurs with. Uh, Not a community, at least. They do like attention, Andrew. That's true. Can we say the season's over? Xavier, I don't want to say it's over, but it's that Cooper. That's a good point. Mama makes us. You know what? Maybe Mama will start getting more minutes moving forward. Can't reason with the unreasonable. Andy, that's a good point. I do know that if we get somebody that trolls on the regular, I'll put it out there. If we're doing a giveaway, I'm gonna time them out so they're not eligible. I'll put it out there. I don't know if that's illegal, but if you're gonna be a jerk, then I don't want jerk faces being eligible for a giveaway. It should be, Mama misses a second free throw. Our free throw shooting's been awful tonight. We get the ball back though. Vassell for three. Missed it. Yeah, Edgar. One person got on my skin last week, and he hasn't been back. Essentially insinuating to me that the channel is more important to me than the Spurs winning. And he said that multiple times, and I was like, seriously, have you been here? I've never put the channel before the Spurs. Otherwise, we'd be doing memberships, merchandise, this, that, and the other, and wouldn't care whether they win or lose. CP3 for three. Well, our offense has certainly picked up in the fourth quarter, but our defense is still lacking, and the Heat are shooting very well. Eagles take the lead 16-13. Heat ball down the shot clock. They can't miss. They are just hitting. That was a tough shot, a contested shot. That was a tough long too. Ronnie gets tired in the fourth quarter. Yeah, a little too late. Yes, Rendell. It's gonna yeah, in the end. Marge, oh Marge. I hope not. The NFL's feeling that, and a fast break after the turnover. Kalel Lair with a monster vicious dunk, and I have a feeling garbage time is about to get here for the Spurs. They're down 22. Mitch is calling a timeout. Oh boy. Trolls are like mosquitoes, annoying sound, but most of the time I can't be bothered enough to swat them down. Isabel, you're right. I admit it. I need to handle them a little better. But also sometimes, there's been times where I've, said something funny back to troll and you guys get a kick out of it or get them rich, get them. It's like, I don't really know what to do with them. It's like, do you fire back or do you just let it happen? I don't know. 55% from three? That's incredible. Kevin Love is still on the Miami Heat. He's pretty old. Bing Bang, what's up? The Spurs are rough and we do need Sohan back. We need him like now. Same story, different game. I wish we could get Zach Collins out of here, Anthony Bustamante. I don't know how you trade a guy that doesn't play, making 18 million a year. Sore back, the Frenchman. He's got a bad back. Ballistic, I'm getting a little concerned too. We're going to lose this game now, obviously. That'll be 2-6 in 2025. We're going to drop what, 3 games under 500, I think. Yeah, we'll be 3 games under 500 now. And yeah, the team just looks off. Like they look really off. Rotations are bad. Yep. Mitch is standing there a lot with his hand in his pockets, playing, Pocket Pool Johnson. That's officially his nickname apparently on this channel, Pocket Pool Johnson. Wemby is only -9, which is impressive. I prefer nobody was minus on our team. Reed, we are getting worse. We are getting worse at this moment, and I'm not sure where things got derailed. Definitely not trading everyone. It sucks that Colin sucks. It does. I don't know if we're gonna get. I don't know. I don't know. Sohan's been injured 19 games out of 41. I know we think about Vassell's injury concern, but Sohan isn't. No, and he missed. Sohan was injured last year. Can we trade Trey Jones already? Trey Jones, does he have any trade value? Chris, if I had the bet and I don't, the Spurs not making any moves, it's probably gonna be a move we make. Team's too fixated on their Paris vacation. Maybe. We do need to trade some of our free throws. We have way too many free throws. Our draft picks, we have more guys than we can draft, especially we have a million second rounders. I think the following draft, we need to do something with those and start moving up a little bit. Terry Rozier is shooting 28% from three this season, but today he can't miss. Exactly. When they play us, they turn into Hall of Famers, right? At this rate, 35 wins is in jeopardy. South 77, I think we'll get to 35. 35, yes. The playing spot, if they play like this, well, actually, the white flag is not being waved. We still have starters in. All right, so one last run, I guess, Mitch. I personally feel like Wemby is playing like he's fed up with this team. You're not the first person to say that. Vassell with the ball, gets it to Wemby. Back to Vassell. Vassell with the three. Maybe B-ball. We do need. So I guess someone's gonna be back for Paris. Wemby won't let. Yeah, I mean, Jason, if we lose one game or both games in France, Kalel Ware is looking like a future Hall of Famer tonight. Another bucket. Bring back Becky Hammond. Why wish Mark? And I just missed a two-pointer by the Spurs. That was fast. 4.5 minutes still. Kalel Ware has 23 points tonight and 7 boards. That was Stefan Castle with the bucket. Steph with 9. He needs 11 more for another 2020 game. I don't think it's going to happen. They can. Oh my gosh. Terry Rozier for three again from the corner. And you guys just said Terry Rozier is a 28% three-point shooter for the year. The Heat are 17 of 30. Castle with the ball, drives baseline. Lost the ball, got it back. 7 on the shot clock. Taken off into the paint again. Gonna get fouled. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Gonna go to the line for two. Walmart Wemby looks like Target Wemby. Let's get Target Wemby. Luke Booth, yes. 2025, we're gonna drop to 2 and 6. NBA role players playing like superstars against us. That's a fact. If we lose both in France, the French will revolt. If Wemby leaves the Spurs, if that actually ever happened, if Wemby left after his rookie contract because he hated how the worst case scenario, if he said, you know what, I can't take what's happening here, I'm out. I don't know if I would still make content after that. I'd be 49 years old or 15, depending on which year it is, and to see the team hit the reset button again and to have to go through a complete reset again, or at the very least, I don't know if I could keep doing lives, like going through 22 and 60. So none of that's going to happen. I don't know, both. But that would be a nightmare if the Spurs have to collapse. He's not leaving. He's not leaving. He would be more hated than Kawhi. Oh my God, yes he would. Hero drive, air ball, but hello, where? Having the game of his life against us. Spurs would have missed. Stephon Castle with the offensive board. Out to Harrison Barnes for three. In and out Burger. I'm surprised that we still have starters out there. Snowman number 8 says Wemby leaves. Do you guys actually really have concern Wemby's going to leave? B-ball fanatic, I'm 47. Ware's open for three. Missed a three. A lot of 64 points for the bench. Wow. Webby's open for three. Nope. Fakes the three. Starts to drive. Gets into the paint. Reverse layup is no good. Gets his own miss and throws it down hard. The game is over now, guys. I would still appreciate any thumbs up you can give me if you haven't done so. What I don't get is role players are going off on the Spurs. They are, not the Stars, but yet our guys can't go off. Wemby with 21, 10, and 3. Oh, that was an angry dunk. Tyler Hero with the ball, 4 on the shot clock, 1-on-1 against Castle. Zips around Yaquez Jr. He hits, oh my gosh, they're 3-point shooting tonight. Mitch calling a timeout. There it is. There's the flag. Guys, this was I appreciate you hanging out. This was another blowout. The Heat's 3-point shooting tonight is absolutely crazy. Um, say there is. They've been just killing it. 124, 101. About 220 go. My clock's a little ahead. The game is over. Yep, it's City Sissoko, Blake Wesley, and Malachi Branham coming in. I think they're shooting more than 45%, Michael. I think they're shooting over 50%. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Our guys don't seem to pop off. This happened a lot. This has happened a lot on the channel where we're seeing random guy all of a sudden have a career game against the Spurs, but our guys don't seem to have it. I don't see Champagny dropping 35 or, any of these type of guys. Yes, you know what, Andrew? 56%. The Heat are shooting 56% against us. I do look younger than 47 apparently, but uh, I am. Be 48 this year. Well, guys, I don't know what to say. Not the white flag, Cooper flag. Our 3-point shooting isn't bad tonight. We've gotten up 124 points. Fatigue and frustrating is one way to put it. City Sissoko just got a layup. I was like, who the hell is that? It's City. They just played better. Way better. Jaquez Jr. with the layup. I guess I'll stay here till the end, guys. Casimir, have fun on the beach. Malachi Brandon misses a layup. I don't know the last time Malachi made a shot. It's been a while. Missed layup for the Heat. 1-1 split with the Pacers. I'll take that at this point. Mamu for three, no good. Grippy, after the first quarter, it was downhill. The second quarter is where we got 260. You know what, Brian? Considering all things considered, it's an afternoon game, which afternoon games usually don't do great. So I'm very, very, very curious how those Pacers games are going to do because I assume they're going to be shown on TV over in France, aren't they? They got to be. Um, Plus their early games. This might be a tough week of streaming for old TSR. I'll still be here doing it. I'll still be rooting for the Spurs. My God, they better not get blown out in Paris. They better not get blown out. Zach Collins with a steal. That's Blake Wesley. Wesley's going to fly in for a dunk because, why not? The Kings are definitely much better. But I appreciate everybody hanging out. I do appreciate the thumbs up we did get. And Brian also, in reference to your comment, yeah, going against the NFL did not help either. But the game this week is 2 p.m., I think. Yeah, Thursday, because I'm leaving work a little early to call the game. That's going to be, I don't know, maybe kids get out of school because of that, man. Who knows? Omar, I'm tired of these blowouts too. These blowouts can suck it.
Suck it!
The Frenchman will be at the game. Nice. Yeah, we scored 11 points in the second quarter. 11. Inbound pass is knocked out of bounds. The Spurs ball. Inferno, yeah, 2025. We are now 2-6. Rams with a safety, 15. Rams with a safety? You don't see those often, especially in the playoffs. All right. Yeah, Edgar. Yeah, that's a thing. Ball's gonna go out of bounds, and that's a Spurs turnover. That was a lazy turnover. Thank you, William. I try. Be safe up there in Mass. Castle Soju on a massive parlay today. Well, he shouldn't have bet on or anybody, in my opinion. That's a miss, and are the Spurs just going to dribble it out? Are we going to try to score? We have a fast break, and City Sissoko is going to throw it down because whatever. A huge dunk when it, yeah, whatever. Thank you, Edgar. That's the game. Now they're finally dribbling it out. I was like, why are we still trying to score? That was a rough game. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't even want to look at the stats. I will. I don't want to. We got 275 though. I'm very thankful for that. I appreciate everybody hanging out today. There's an NFL playoff game going on. That's a really tightly contested game, which I'm going to put on immediately after going over the stats real quick. We'll just go over a couple highlight stats. We're not going to go over everything. All right. For the Heat, wow, Khalil Ware with 25 points off the bench and 8 boards. Terry Rozier with 20 points. He was 4 or 5 from three, and the Heat in general were killing it from three. They shot 50, just under 55% from three. And Robinson had 21, so the Heat had three guys over 20 to being on the Spurs today. For our San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama had 21 points, 10 boards, 3 assists, and a block on 8 of 18 shooting. Devasel was he's okay today. 8 of 20 from the field, 23 points. Stefan Castle's streak of getting 20-point games in a row has ended at 11 points, but you know what? He was 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from three, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Those 4 turnovers were really an ugly spot. Off the bench, our high scoring was Kelvin Johnson with 8. The bench was our bench was bad. We had nobody in double digits on the bench. The Heat had 3 guys. Jovic with 14, Ware with the 25, Rozier with 20. Actually, Jaquez Jr. 12. The Heat bench, oh my gosh, he scored over 60 points. Spurs lose 128 to 107. The second quarter and third quarter were nightmares. The Heat outscored us 26 to 11 in the second and 46 to 27. That's right. That's not a typo. The Heat dropped 46 points on us in the third quarter. Just another blowout, and I'm tired of seeing our team get blown out. I thought those days were over, and they're back this year. I'm actually gonna pull up the schedule and see how we've been playing. JG says you're a good man for watching this trash. I turn that ish off. T Young, we better get a win in France. Oh my gosh, if we lose both, um, that would be awful. I want to pull up the standings real quick. Actually, I want to pull up our schedule. It's 3 losses in a row. So far in 2025, we won a game, then lost three. We won a game, then lost three. So we've had 2 3-game losing streaks. The rest of the week, we've got these are Eastern times. We've got the Pacers at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's on NBA TV. And then the Pacers at 12 p.m. on Saturday on ESPN. So 2 nationally televised games. We better win one of them. My God. We better beat the Pacers on Thursday. We haven't had a 4-game losing streak. I don't think this yet. I don't think we have yet this year. We have not. I don't want to start now. All right, my friends, I truly appreciate you hanging out. This was a tough game to watch. I'm gonna throw the Eagles game on. Hopefully, I can see them lose, so that'll brighten up my day a little bit. And oh, have we lost 4 in a row? Is this 4 in a row now? Grizzlies twice. Maybe ESPN hasn't updated. Have we lost 4 in a row? Oh, I'm seeing 3. 3. I only see 3. We had a 3-game losing streak in December. We lost to the Suns, the Bulls, and the Kings. We had a 3-game losing streak at the start of the year against the Nuggets, the Bulls, and the Bucks. Then the Lakers game was postponed. And we just lost to the Grizzlies twice in the Heat. I don't see a 4-game losing streak. If we lose to the Pacers, that'll be our first 4-game losing streak. I really hope that does not happen. I hope that does not happen. We gotta turn things around. Could have been 7 in a row if we lost to the Lakers. Yes, you're right. But we blew the Lakers out. Thank God we blew the Lakers out. So, my friends, I appreciate you being here. This was a tough loss. Pinch for all good. It happens. I'm not perfect, believe me. Um, but I was fairly certain I was, and also hopeful we have not had a 4-game losing streak yet. Let's win Thursday. Be off the next 3 days from live streaming, but I got to do a video tomorrow about our Spurs. The way they've been playing, something's not right. Our defense has been off. Yeah, we got to talk about this. No idea, Alex. No idea on that one, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna wrap it up on behalf of myself, Baby Coyote, Lil Mikey, Headman Grogu, and Selena. What you gonna do when TSR Sports is wild on you, brother? Go Spurs go!